sometimes, you know, they don't want to go for it. Here's one. There's one. Ooh. There's one. All right. It's getting really cloudy. I really hope it doesn't rain on me because I didn't really bring anything to stop the rain. Let's do the giveaway. All right, a little later than I normally get out. It's a little after 10:30 here, but today's gonna be a fun video. It's giveaway time. I'll be randomly picking the 3 winners today sometime in this video, so be on the lookout for that. I do have a couple extra steps that I'll be throwing in there as well, but that'll be between us, myself, and the winner to make sure that, you know, you are who you say you are and you are in control of the account. So I'll be drawing those later today, so be on the lookout. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to catch some fish today. I haven't been on the water for about 2 weeks, so I don't really know what they're gonna be in the mood and what they'll be doing. I think based on the time, not the water temp, that we are in that spawn here in the north, in Chicago at least. So we'll see. I'm gonna, you know, try shallow, the chatterbait, and then go from there. But yeah, like I said, it's been 2 weeks since I've been on the water. It's been a while. We had, my wife and I had just taken a week-long road trip to go see the Kansas City Royals Stadium and then go see the Twin Cities, Minnesota Twins Stadium as well. We like to do that every year. It gives us something to look forward to, and it's a lot of fun. But didn't get a whole lot of time of fishing up there. Got to fish around in Minnesota, but it was cold. It was a cold front. But the fishing was fantastic. It probably could have been better, but I'm not going to complain. All right. I'm also trying a new camera angle here. I'm using my good camera to be the one that's facing me, just because I'm talking a whole lot in some of my videos, and you know, I guess really right in front of me doesn't matter as much. I don't know, we'll see. If there's no big difference or I can't really tell, then we'll end up switching back to what it was before. We'll try this out. I don't know, we got a lot of rain yesterday, so we'll see what they're in the mood for. They might be wanting something a little slower if they are on beds. I really hope they're not locked on beds. Bed fishing can be fun, but can also be one of the most frustrating times to catch fish, because you can see one on the bed and you can see it looking at your bait, but if it just, sometimes, you know, they don't want to go for it. Here's one. Right off of that rock. Nice. Just a little guy to start the day. Thanks, bud. So he came right off of the rocks, which meant they're kind of shallow. Could be hiding on rocks, could be pulled up on rocks, who knows? Yeah, we'll see. I know there's a rock pile right in front of me, off to my right. There's one. Ooh. I came up for it. He hit it harder than that. All right, so they want a chatterbait. Could also probably want a jig too. Swim jig. Thanks, bud. All right, well, they're hitting it pretty hard, which means I think they want it. That guy hit it a lot harder than what he looked. So I originally thought it was a log, but it turned out to be a half-pound bass. So yeah, it could be in that chasing mood. So this is all right. Let's go with the chatterbait today. Might slow down later, get towards the afternoon. But for now, it's 2 on shallow cover with a chatterbait. So starting to put together a pattern. So the fact that I kind of caught them close to that creek mouth, might go in the back of creeks. A jig or a worm. Oh, there's, oh, come back for it. There's, wow. Must have been waiting for it. Ooh, ow. Thanks, bud. There, all right, so the fact that he hit that makes me believe that they are spawning. There's one. Nice. They're all shallow. I love it. Love it. Love it. Didn't love him losing him, but it's all right. Ooh, there's another hit. Yeah, they're right up shallow. So I'm gonna go back here with a worm, just because, like, I know they're on a chatterbait, and I'm not gonna not continue to throw a chatterbait, but I do want to see if I can catch one on a worm. So I think moving bite until the afternoon, and then I'll slow down. But the fact that I didn't even get a sniff on any of that kind of tells me that, yeah, they're wanting something moving. So we'll keep giving it to them. Yeah, it's been good today. Thanks, man. Ooh, there's grass down there. Get off. Glad to see there's grass. There's one. Little males, garden beds, but they are fun. Thanks, bud. Like I said, gonna keep going shallow today. Ooh, that was a fish. Can't wait to go back through here with the jig. Little sunfish came up for it. That was awesome. So today may just be full of buck bass, garden beds. God dang. But that's okay. They're fun to catch too. And they're pretty aggressive because they are trying to guard their bed and try to keep other fish from eating their eggs. So yeah, I mean, they are going to hit it pretty hard. I mean, you would too, let's be honest. That was your bed. And that's what the bass are doing, trying to keep bluegill, sunfish, shad off of their bed so they don't eat the eggs. The irony, and the animal kingdom has a sense of irony, I believe it, is that bluegill spawn after bass. And that's when bass get their payback, is during the bluegill spawn. They get all of the retribution. Because not only are you gonna eat eggs, they're gonna eat the bluegill too. And those are the same bluegill that were, annoying them and trying to steal their eggs and everything off their bed. So, a little bit of retaliation, Mother Nature style. I've always found that kind of funny. So yeah, maybe back here, maybe we'll go with the Texas rig. Try a little Texas rig Senko. And then if that don't work, we'll try a jig. But I think this will work. Oh, that was a fish. That was a fish. Yeah, see, it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to know when they're biting or just picked it up. That one had just the tail end of the mouth. No. Yeah, that did not set the hook. Hopefully I didn't get him. Hopefully I did not get him. And if it wasn't a bass, then I don't feel too bad. But we go. That's a good one. That's a better one. Nope. All right. Switch it up to the Senko. Slow down a little bit. Got a nice little, what is that, 2-pounder? 2.5-pounder. Thanks, bud. Shallow it is. That's the bad thing about these is you go through them so quickly. So for a simple Texas rig, all you do is you take your EWG. I have a 3/0 here. Just go into the top. Go down about 1/4 of an inch, pop it out. Put it up your hook, turn it 90 degrees, and then feed it on through so that the eye of the hook is through the bait. And it should look something like that. And then once you have it like this, you're just gonna see where that hook shank goes in, and that's where you're gonna put the hook in. Pop it out the back, and just like that, you got a perfect Texas rigged worm. Let's go ahead and to get it weedless, just Tex-pose the hook back into the bait. That keeps it weedless. So let's continue annoying this fish. Oh, he had it in his mouth again. It's gonna be one of those battle of the wits, huh? Who's gonna win? Probably you. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I've been outsmarted by a fish a lot of times, more often than I want to count. But if you're a fisherman, oh God, that was a terrible cast. If you're a fisherman though, that's pretty regular. Happens more often than we like to admit. It might rain. It might rain today. It's okay. It's getting really cloudy. I really hope it doesn't rain on me because I didn't really bring anything to stop the rain. I know there's rain in the forecast, but it is only about 20%, it said. So, yeah. Oh, come on. No. It's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So I use a uni knot for pretty much all of my applications, except for a braid. If it's braid, I'll do a Palomar, just because it's easier to tie. And sometimes doing a uni on braid can actually kind of mess up the knot. And if you've tried it and you mess it up, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The other thing about bed fishing when you're not live scoping them is you gotta always be in contact with your line. So if you can, try to limit the amount of time. I know it's hard, but limit the amount of times you backlash. Learn what's a bad backlash and which ones you can cast out. And what I mean cast out is like in your next cast, it'll cast, you'll, oh, little one. Nope, yep, little one. Little buck bass. Little buck bass. Swallowed it. That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. So, just to get this out, it's pretty simple. Just go up through the gill. And let's try to find the shank of the hook. Yeah, thanks, bud. Again, a little buck bass. Garden beds. I have a feeling that's what today is going to be. He actually ate it, so there could be buck bass mixed in there with some juvenile bass mixed in there with some adult bass, which happens. What was I talking about? Anyway, so yeah, you want to always be in contact with the line almost as soon as it hits the water, because if you're going up shallow like I am, there's going to be times that you're going to throw that bait right on top of a bass's head and they're going to eat it and take off, and you're not going to know, because you know, if you're messing with your line, messing with the backlash, or you know, have a little bit of a, for me, like you have a little bit of that run over, it makes a loop. It's just annoying. It's not gonna, like, it can backlash, but it's mostly annoying. And I spend a lot of my time sometimes just picking those out every cast. But when you're fishing spawn and shallow like this, you gotta always be in contact with your bait. I think it was a fish too. You gotta always be in contact with your bait. But spawn, if you want to get good at a jig, shaky head, a wacky worm, Texas rig, anything that like goes on the bottom, now's the time you're going to want to do that, because they're going to be on the bottom. I think this might be a spawning flat here. Or was. Yeah, like I said, buck bass that are trying to guard their beds. This makes a lot of fun though, because I know exactly where they're going to be. Thanks, bud. So yeah, like I said, I know exactly where they're going to be, so it makes it easier to kind of fish them, if that makes sense, because you know, for the most part, where they're going to be. Well, so I'm coming over here. I'm gonna use chatterbait because I'm along rocks. There's one. They are on shallow rock. Come here, buck bass. Thanks, bud. There's one. Let's get out. That's a nicer one. Thanks, bud. See if there's more there. There's a big one. Come on. Thanks, bud. All right. So now that I'm out of the way of the boat traffic, let's do the giveaway. So I appreciate y'all sticking around this long. I really blown away by the support. I did not expect that video to go as well as it did, but that's all thanks to y'all. So again, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You have no idea how much that means to me to get that support. So last night I got together all the comments, which I have here on this Excel spreadsheet. I do want to make a note that there were rules to this contest. 3 simple rules. The first one being you had to be subscribed to the video, had to drop a like, and then you had to comment what you would throw on this reel. This is the Handing M1 Pro spinning reel. We're giving away a 2,000, a 3,000, and a 4,000 reel to the lucky 3 subscribers that I'm gonna be picking. So yeah, so you had to comment what you would throw. Now, if you were one of the unlucky ones that didn't hear those rules or maybe didn't follow them, I had to exclude you from this giveaway, but don't worry, don't fret. I'm gonna be doing a lot more giveaways on this channel in the summer, so be sure to be subscribed, hit that notification bell so you can know when I'm going to be releasing another giveaway, so you don't lose the opportunity to win some awesome gear, but also catch the rules. So with that being said, I'm gonna do a number generator. We'll go here. So the first one's gonna be, it's gonna be Kelly O'Neill 1675. Let's do another one. 28. So that is gonna be Rob Ribbons Z5K. Do another one here. Number 3. That is going to be The Bad Boy 402. So congratulations to the winners. You guys are gonna be getting some amazing reels. I love these reels. So all the winners have to do is email me. I'll put my email in the description below. In the subject of that email, you must have M1 Pro winner. That way I know it's you. I don't want to get scammed. I don't want y'all to get scammed either. So we're gonna take our time on this one. I'm gonna wait for the winners to reach out to me. If I don't hear anything within a week, I'm going to go to the next person and they're gonna have the chance. So yeah, congratulations. This was so awesome. So awesome. This was so awesome. This was so much fun. For those of you that didn't win, but still want to check out Handing, maybe want to buy a reel or a rod, or maybe some of their hard plastics that won Best in Show at ICAST in 2023. Pick those up, but definitely use my code, which is TIGHT10. It'll also come up on the screen. Use that code when checking out because it does directly help me out specifically and the channel grow. So I appreciate you all being with me and entering. For the 3 of you that won, awesome, congratulations. You know, I can't wait for y'all to get them and catch some fish on them. So yeah, now that's out of the way, let's continue going. Let's keep fishing. Oh no, he broke me off. Oh, was that a clean break? Oh, it was a clean break too. I have a feeling it was probably a turtle. Clean breaks in the Chicago River are gonna be 2 things: rock or turtles. There's not a whole lot of other toothy critters in this body of water, so I don't really have to worry about pike or muskie. Fun to catch, a lot of fun to catch. Muskie are. Turtles, not so much. They usually ruin your bait and they smell. And they're kind of dangerous too. So unlike bass, they actually have arms and legs that have vicious claws on them that they know how to use. Also, if you get like a snapper, you just have to be careful, you know, getting that bait, because even though they have a bait in their mouth, they'll still try to snap at you. Broke me off, huh? Well, that was a turtle. And he's got a hook and a Senko in his face. But yeah. There's definitely, I think that was a turtle. I'm pretty positive that was a turtle. Oh, immediately as it hit the water. Little tiny bass. Little tiny bass. Immediately as it hit the water. Thanks, bud. There's another one. Thanks, bud. Thanks, bud. All right, so when you get some waves as a kayaker, just turn into them. What you don't want to do is take a wave sideways, because that's how you're going to flip. So I got a couple more areas I want to try. So I got a couple more areas that I want to try out before I do have to go back home. But back over here is a little cut out. I do know it gets kind of shallow out there out here. So what I'm hoping to do is be able to fish shallow here. And I'm hoping that, yeah, there's one. I was gonna say, hoping a lot of it's spawning flats, which it looks like they might be. It's decent. It's not huge. But it's a good Chicago river bass. Nice. Nice, bud. All right. I love it when a pattern works. I love it when a pattern works. Whoa. What is that? Oh, look at that little shad. Cool. Man, that was a big gizzard shad. Like, the reason why I like the money darter jigs is because it spins around in a circle as it's going down. You just witnessed a pretty decent sized gizzard shad do the same exact thing. So that's why I like the money darters. Got it right off of that log. Yeah. That's a good one to end the day on. Yeah, that's a good one to end the day on. Can I get you in here without a net? We're gonna find out. Oh, that actually might be a female still. Dang, girl. Yeah, that's definitely a female. Well, yeah, look at the tail. It's all bloody. So yeah, they're up there doing their thing. Thanks, girl. That was a good fish. That was a good fish. That was a real good fish. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me for the day. I think the rain's coming in and just would rather not be stuck in it. So again, huge shout out to y'all for helping me grow this channel to the size that it is now and being able to do giveaways like I'm doing right now and giving away 3 of these reels. You made it this far, I just want to let y'all know that you are the real ones. Thank you. If you're new to this channel, or if you like giveaways and you didn't get a chance to win, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell to let you know when I drop a video, because it may be another giveaway. If you didn't win, but you're still looking at handing for maybe some rods or maybe a reel or maybe some of their baits, use my affiliate link, which I'll have in the description below, or use my code TIGHT10 to get 10% off site-wide. But yeah, started off, really, I just threw 2 baits today, a chatterbait and then a Texas rig. And that was what was getting me all the bites. You know, I'd fish a bank with the chatterbait, catch a few there, and then go back down that same bank with a Texas rig and pick off the ones that maybe were a little too slow or didn't get the chance to chase the bait, chase the chatterbait, try to pick them off that way. Worked out pretty well. Like I said, here in the north, we are in spawn. These fish are in full spawn mode. So throw baits up shallow, bring it back down to you. If you're fishing offshore, if you're fishing bank, you know, throw it about 10 feet out and then bring it back in, or even better yet, parallel the bank about 3 to 4 feet off the water and you will get bit. Right now it is a lot of buck bass that are going to be shallow. They're guarding a lot of the eggs, and then coming into, you know, summer, once those eggs hatch, they'll start to become fry garters. So they're gonna be spending, you know, the next few weeks up shallow, and now's a great time if you like shallow fishing, catch a nice little bag. Let me know in the comments whether you like fishing the spawn, like bed fishing, or, you know, around this time is where you say, you know what, I'm going to give them a break a little bit. You know, let them repopulate for the next generation. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching.
thank you again for all the support. It really means a lot. As always, get out there and fish. Tight lines, y'all.